The Bloomer School District is seeking a facilities referendum on April 3, 2012. The goals of the referendum are to address the aging elementary facilities' safety issues and lack of space for the growing elementary age enrollment.
So we've had 3 major additions to the existing elementary school, and our problem right now is that we have again experienced some growth. We are now at capacity at over 500 students, and we're finding that we have no more classroom spaces. And expansion is just not an option in the current location. We've seen a growth of over 35 students each year over the last 3 years.
Let's get Mr. Popper. In 4th grade, we have 25 students in our classroom right now, and those are bigger bodies, and it's just made it so that you can't have more tables in your room, you can't have all the technology you need. It makes for less space for the students to move around.
And when you get to the older kids in 3rd and 4th grade, for instance, there's not quite enough room. There's no place to move desks to do special projects or to work in groups or to move around.
You know, the teachers do the best that they can to keep their environment, you know, safe and neat and orderly. But because of the limited amount of space, you know, it limits what they can do in their classroom.
The current Bloomer Elementary School was built in 1961 and has had additions to the existing building in 1970, 1980, and again in 1990. In 2006, the population of the elementary school grew to over 500 students, and the decision was made to move the 5th graders to the middle school to create more space. Since that time, the elementary population has again grown to over 500 students, and there is no more room to expand.
There are children who are receiving reading lessons out in the hallway. There are children who are receiving occupational therapy out in the hallway. There are children who are receiving special services out in the hallway. It's just not a suitable environment for learning.
50 years ago, the elementary school had served its purpose well, and it has done a fantastic job. But it comes to a time where something is no longer viable with no matter how much financial input you put into something. We should give those opportunities to our children.
You got the plants getting out in the afternoon, you get the plants getting out at the same time, so that's all coming through there, plus you got the high school and everything else. So it gets pretty bad.
Student safety is also concerned with its location in a high-traffic area of Highway 40. Traffic has increased substantially over the years with the opening of the Highway 53 bypass and the growth of our community and area businesses.
Our environment along 17th Avenue is rather tenuous. We've had several near misses as far as our traffic safety goes. We do provide crossing guards, but people don't pay attention when they come into town.
As a parent, when I would drop off my child, sometimes I would drop them off at the library and I would just really hope and pray that they would make it across the street.
It's a matter of time. It's simply a matter of time before someone gets hurt on 17th Avenue.
All in all, we've tried a number of flow of traffic and dismissal schedules, and it just has never taken care of the fact that we're in an area of the city where there's a high volume of traffic. And I've seen that, I think, over the years increase significantly.
My husband is an EMT in town, and so safety is a huge priority in our family. And we both feel, and many of the people who we're friends with who have children elementary school age, we just feel this is a very unsafe environment. Just because nothing horrible has happened to a child in the school doesn't mean that makes it right.
Well, the office space right now is it's somewhat blind. We did put a camera system in and a doorbell system because we have had incidents over the past where there was a safety issue involved, and we wanted to be aware of who was coming into our building.
There's not a good check-in process. Who are these visitors to our building? Are they going right upstairs to our lower level grade areas without really checking in, and we don't know that they're there.
The number one concern that I have is the safety issue with crossing the street over to the playground area. It was quite unsafe. Often we had to stop and make sure that there was no oncoming traffic from multiple directions, matter of fact, 3 different directions.
Having the shared space of our gym and our cafeteria is also a major issue because it limits the amount of time that we can spend having phy classes and everything with our new schedule as well.
We have to end our gym time early to set up for lunch and then try to get all of the classes through that window for lunch. And so with an increasing population and the necessity to have more units of gym, more gym times, it's going to mean that we have to extend our lunch hour. So while we're having gym, it's more crowded because we're going to have to stack up more classes in that gym and then allow more time for lunch so you can get everyone to pass through there.
And we have drafty windows in the classrooms. We have floor surfaces that you can only clean and do so much with them, and then they start wearing out over time.
Storage has been a real challenge at Bloomer Elementary School, and the custodial staff has used every square foot to put things away.
That is possibly the most obvious thing when you come into our school is that there is no storage. We have all of our recycling and some of our garbage and equipment is all out in the hallway. Our locker space is limited.
If this facilities referendum does not pass, the options are limited. In the event the referendum fails, the school district of Bloomer will spend over $10 million maintaining the current elementary school facility in the next 20 years.
So the only option that we would have would be to add portable spaces outside on our blacktop area, which is directly east of our on our playground. We cannot put it down on the lower area because that area has a tendency to flood. We are located in a floodplain, and we have to put a portable where we know it wouldn't be at risk for water damage. Well, we've done the best we can with the maintenance issues over the last number of years. We've maintained our facility the best we can given our budget.
As a district, we put a lot of money into the school just to keep it functioning, and I think we've done a really good job with that. But there comes a time when you just can't keep putting money into a building that's not functional.
Because of the state budget and because of the reductions that have been made, we've reduced our budget by $2 million. Maintenance issues are high-ticket items.
The passing of this referendum would have the following results.
The cost of the proposed structure is $17.5 million. We also know that the building would be 92,000 square feet, which is 23,000 square feet larger than the existing elementary school. The new elementary school would be located off of 8th Avenue behind Bloomer Middle School. 60 total acres of land. The advantages of a new elementary school are that we can take care of that $500,000 a year that needs to go into our maintenance. We can take care of adequate bathroom and sanitation issues. We can take care of proper play spaces for our children, and we'll have enough classroom spaces to get us through a growth period, as well as the classroom spaces would be flexible enough to go between grade level to grade level.
Passing of the referendum means the $10 million will pay 1/3 of costs of the new facility and the associated interest over a 20-year period. Passing the referendum is the most responsible use of taxpayers' dollars in the long-range picture. The cost for the whole project is $17.5 million, of which $16 million for the building and $1.5 million for the road that would be built to the school.
I think that the new school to me would mean that our community is looking towards the future.
The Bloomer Community Schools serve not only the educational needs of our students, but also serve the needs as a gathering facility for many community events. The current elementary building has served as well, but with projected enrollment increases, safety, and space concerns in an aging facility, it is time to look at new options. Our community has always been very proud of our schools and has supported them very well over the years. Investing in our schools is a way to invest in the future of our children and our community.